It's like a real, it has a lot of knowledge in that book, man. But Josephus, he was over there in the time of, I believe it was like after the destruction of Jerusalem after 70 AD, if I'm not mistaken. Then Josephus made a whole, he wrote all the history about what's happened throughout history with the Israelites. That's a he was a historian, man, and he had all knowledge, access to all their the libraries they had in that time with the scrolls, the parchments. And it will tell you that the Israelites were being oppressed under the Romans, the Greeks, the Herodians, and the Herodians are Edomites. When you look it up in the scriptures, you find out that the King Herod, he was an Edomite, man. And they oppressed the Israelites in that time, in the time of the Lord when he was on the earth, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. King Herod was an Edomite. But there were dark Edomites, man, because at one time there was no pale skin. All this pale skin that you white people have, that was never on the earth until after Esau was born. When Esau was born, it showed you that there was a transfiguration in his pigment because he was cursed through his father Cain. But going all the way back to the time of the Romans, the Greeks, they were oppressing the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians who were Israelites. And they were brought over here to the Americas to serve slavery, man, in the great land of Babylon. This is that great whore that sitteth upon the red beast, man. Okay? So again, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Right, and we're slowly destroying him through the spirit of his mouth, through his words, man. When we're coming out to the highways and the byways and presenting our bodies delivered sacrifice, speaking the truth. He's slowly being destroyed, man. His kingdom is slowly crumbling. Because the Lord said it was going to happen that way. And then, like it said right there, then he's going to destroy them at the appearing of his coming. Because these Edomites, after they get destroyed in America, the Russians are going to try to go to war with the Heavenly Father and His Son in the heavens and the angels. Okay? But I want to bring out, proving that the Romans were oppressing the children of Israel, or the southern tribes in the land of Jerusalem under the Romans. They were being oppressed by them. The Romans were treating them good, man. The Romans were destroying them. Okay, this is in the book of John, chapter 11, verse 48. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. And that's exactly what they did. That's what the Lord was talking about in Matthew chapter 24, the abomination of desolation, when he said foot, because that happened in the time of 70 AD, man, under Titus and Vespasian and Titus. That was Vespasian's son Titus. They went and conquered the land of Jerusalem, man, Israel. Now I got a book. Well, let me see where that. Right here, it's from Babylon to Timbuktu. It tells you that, man. So all this is happening again, all over again. He's about to declare war on you Israelites here in America, man. Okay? Let me go ahead and just read this passage. This is on page 83 and from Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. All right. It says I'm gonna go to page 84, and I'm gonna jump down to the second paragraph. It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter, man. With great slaughter. All right. It said during the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jews, man. All right, so that's history. You can't refute that. That's the truth, man. Okay, and like it said back in John 11:48, it says, "And the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation." And that's what the Edomites have done. James White. That's exactly what y'all have done, man. And now you're trying to, the ones that ain't trying to claim that name as a Jew, now you're trying to graft yourself in as you can be saved. No, man. The elders broke it down to all you. And he's in the fruit bearing fruit on the earth under the Negro, Latino, Native American Indians with the Negro and Indian descent coming out to the highways and byways and teaching, man, being an example and shining this light. Okay? And letting you know that these Edomites still exist. Esau ain't done away with, man. Esau is known as, he comes from his father Cain. And it tells you that that serpent that was in the old time is spoken about in Revelations. Because Cain is the serpent. All right? It goes from the serpent, Cain, and Esau, man. And his name Esau was changed to Edom, which they're known as the Edomites. And after that, they were intermingling with different nations, with the Canaanites, you know. And they started coming into power during the time of Alexander the Greek, if I'm not mistaken, man. But piggybacking off other nations, like the Babylonians, all right, the Medo-Persian Empire, they're piggybacking off them other nations, persecuting their brother Jacob until they had their time to rule. All right. It says, and there's another one. I think it's in Matthew, where it talks about how they shall take it by violence, which they're all talking about the Romans in that time, right here. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. And we're steadily being destroyed, man. It's happening to this very day, that they're taking everything by violence. That's what Esau's blessing was a sword, man. Okay? So he was obliged to use that Esau was obliged to use that tool of the sword to do whatever he needed to fit to take in what he desired, man. Because us Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians, what do we have to do? We have to work our ass off to get a little bit of food in our homes, put clothes on our children. We have to do everything that the so-called white men don't have to. He was given everything. It's like Esau takes it by the sword. That's his blessing, was a sword. He took this land of America and called it his own. By Amerigo Vespucci. That's where they get that word America from, man. They named all the lands after their own names. That's spoken about in the book of Psalms, man. We're living in serious times, man. We're living in times these are the times of visitation that the Lord's going to recompense to those that were at opposition against him. And that were at opposition against his people, man. And that try to pervert the gospel. All right? I'm going to read it again. Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force, man. So that's what's going on, man. Okay? They take it by violence, and they always have. Okay? You know, and that's just the reality of it, man. That's the truth. You know? And it's like these people get offended. These people get offended whenever you call them out. But yet they don't have a problem calling us out. They don't got a problem calling us Negroes out, Latinos out, telling us how unruly we are. You know, how loud we can be. But when we call their own dirt out, they got a problem. Oh, we got to call the police. We got to get this guy off the streets when we start calling out all their dirt. Because we already drank the cup of the Lord, man. They're still waiting to drink the cup of the Lord. And that cup is gonna be it's gonna produce slavery, you know, and severe punishment and oppression. Thus saith the Lord, because the Lord is a just power, man. He's no respecter of persons. He's gonna allow all his people to get destroyed, but yet all the heathens and the other nations that rise up against his people, they're just gonna go away clean. He's either gonna get pat on the back, say you did a good job, thank you for whipping the shit out of my people. You know? No, man. Pharaoh is a perfect example of not being exempt from the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But these Edomites, they always just try to get themselves out of something, man, because they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with the truth. Hey, but that's why we're out here, man. And like I was saying earlier, man, us brothers, we can't sway to or fro. We gotta just come out here, be diligent, vigilant, and just be watchful, because the devil is like a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. Hey, but this, like the elders saying on one of the live shows, man, this truth is a defense, man. So we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. All right. But there's gonna come a time where we are gonna have to flee and run and this, that, and the third. But right now, the Most High is gonna let us know when that time comes. Okay. So don't worry right now, man. Don't fall right now, because we know that the devil had a short time, man. So hey, if his time is already short, he's speeding up things on his own. Hey, the Most High is working against him too, at the same speed. But the Most High is ahead of him. He's already wrote the book. So, hey, man, we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. So, Salakia, I can't even get the scripture. Khan right here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 11. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. Right. So, hey, man, we got this is a great prophet. I mean, you got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So, hey, we've got to come out here and declare it upon housetops, man. Okay. It says wisdom is good with an inheritance. You know, because not all wisdom is wisdom. This is the wisdom that we're gonna inherit great things, man. Spiritual power. You know, we already got spiritual power because we're able to come out here bold. We're not afraid to speak. I remember back in the day, man, I used to be scared to stand before people and give speeches and talk. I would stutter. I would get, you know, real shy easily. You know, I couldn't ever keep my head up. You know, I would be moving around. You know, real anxious. Now, man, the Lord has built me up to be able to stand. Now I'm standing up against a whole city, man. It's like the prophets of old, man. They came out bold as a lion against all those that were in opposition of the Most High. It says, for wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. Right. So, hey, man, we're awake. Us brothers, you're awake, man. That if you're going out to the highways and the byways and you're speaking the truth, man, whether you be by yourself or whether you be with brothers that are 20 deep, hey, man, you're alive, man. And the Most High has awakened you up to have this truth. And now you got to go out and shine it, man. Let it shine out and preach and be like the scriptures say, we're as fishers of men. Okay. It says, for wisdom is a defense, and wisdom is a defense, man. It's gonna protect us. All right. The angels of the Lord are gonna camp around us, where nothing's gonna be able to touch us. Lord will. Okay. And money is a defense, and this is our spiritual money, man. This is our ticket onto a chariot. Okay. Just like these 2/3, they put their trust in the dollar bill. They put their trust in their credit. We put our trust in this spiritual money, man. And this is our defense. This is what's going to deliver us out of the horrible times that are going to come to America, man. The dollar ain't going to save these people, man. The dollar's at its low time ever, man. You can't even get nothing, man. The dollar's about to go out the window. You know? Now they're gonna start trying to push that chip as a new currency. You know? But really, it's just a trap to gain control over you and to take that chip, which is the mark of the beast. That's where you're gonna take. You're basically pledging allegiance to Esau, man, to the devil, man, at that time. Okay? It says, but the excellency of the knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. So you brothers, man, you're holding life in your hands right now, in your body, in your mind, man. You're holding on to life, which is His word, man. Okay? That's the excellency of the wisdom, man. Wisdom is a strong defense. Okay? Here's another one. It says, Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 16. It says, I'll start at verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good. Right? So this wisdom is better than to have like everybody's trying to, the preps doom, the preps day dooms, preppers, whatever you want to call them, the guys that are trying to prepare for the doomsday preppers. They're putting their trust into their weapons or artillery. All right, their storage, food. You know, but the scriptures say wisdom is stronger. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, man. So, hey, man, this is what's gonna deliver us. We're blessed to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. Whatever the Most High has given you, that's what you gotta keep, man. All right, keep that harnessed unto yourself, man. Keep it close, oh dear to yourself, man. You know, just like a bear or a lion with their cubs, they keep them real knit close up. They keep them real knit together, man. That's how you have to keep this truth. Because, like I was saying earlier, man, we're in the spiritual warfare through the media, the music, all right, television, which is part of the media. Music's part of the media too. That's how they push their whole other their sorcery, man. That's one of the main tools Esau uses is that media. It's to put out them vibrations of wickedness upon you people, man. So you got to keep the whole armor of the Most High on, man, to be able to divert the wiles of the devil, man. All right. But like I said, man, wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyed much good, right? So I mean, you know, you got to keep this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, because everything else ain't gonna protect you in the time of the Lord, man. All hell's about to break loose out here for you Jakes, man. You Negro Latinos and Native American Indians. Y'all are Hebrew Israelites, man. Y'all come from the tribe of Judah. Y'all are the Most High's people, man. And y'all don't get right. The Most High is about to destroy this place through the so-called white man, man. Martial law is gonna be pushed on this place, man. Jay got to wake up, man. It's not always a game, man. We gotta wake up because the time of the Lord, the time of Jacob's troubles at nigh, man. It's already here. It's already here, man. A lot of Jakes, man, they're gonna be destroyed here in the land of America, man. You know? The Most High ain't playing no more. The time of the Lord winking and just, I'm like, all right, man, I'll get you later for that. No, he's killing people on the spot now, man. The Lord is killing people on the spot. I thought y'all worried about that sniper over there, man. Most High is a sniper, man. He's the one up there wetting his sword. And each time he wets that sword and that spark flies off that sword, it's coming straight down to do some harm, man. You know? The time's up, man. The gig is up, like the brother Yashawamba likes to say. The gig is up, man. Time to give it up. Stop playing around, man. Lollygagging all the time. You know, hey, man, the time is up. You know? And that's what the Most High is saying, man, through the mouth of the prophet. All right? We're speaking in the Spirit of the Lord from the words of the Heavenly Father, man. If you don't wake up, man, y'all gonna perish on this side, man. A lot of you 2/3 are gonna perish on this side, man. All right? This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Right. So 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be cut off and die, man. Okay. But the third part shall be delivered out of it. All right. It says, and I will bring the third part to the fire, and will refine them as fire is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Right. But the point is that, and I will bring the third part out of the fire, man. Meaning that the 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered, and they're going to be able to walk through all this hell, man. They're going to be delivered from the sword of the so-called white man, and the sword from you 2/3, man. You 2/3 that got a problem with those brothers coming out in the truth, on the street speaking this truth. Okay? Because the Most High, like I was saying, the Most High is fed up. All right? He's fed up with all the wickedness being committed in the land, man. All right? This is Isaiah chapter, let's see. Slocky, y'all can give me 1 second. All right. This is Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. All right. Jerusalem in the Hebrew is Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim. If I'm not mistaken, please correct me, brothers. But it's from my knowledge, from my research, Yerushalayim, which means the city of peace. All right. The city of peace. So he's going to set up a watchman to send out watchmen to his people, because naturally the Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, we are peaceful people, man. We just want to chill, get by, and just do what I got to do. But we're not in the time to do that in this time. But I'm just saying though, that's in our spirit. You know, you see a lot of Jake that are pissed off and mad because we are oppressed. A wise man, what does it say? Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. All right, it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Right, so we got to keep coming out in the highways and the byways and pushing this word, man. Because we're the watchmen of Israel. All right, we're the true watchmen. We're the ones that are watching all the worldly current events and putting up videos via internet and pushing them out all over the internet, man, using that unicorn. All right, while you other people are just putting up foolery, you know, like the scriptures say, how does it go? A great dignity or great folly set up. So like, let me get that scripture. Right here, Ecclesiastes 10:6. It says, I'll start at verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the heaven, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Right, and that's the thing. We're the watchmen, and we see the evil that's coming from this ruler, which is Esau, man. All right, he's putting out evil vibes, doing unjust doings here in the land of America. All right, there's a lot. It's going to be a horrific time, man. The world's never faced whenever all hell breaks loose here, man. People are going to be running, scared. They're going to be scared, man. People are going to be running, crying. The children are going to be destroyed. Old people are going to be destroyed. All that's going to happen here, man. You know? It says, Ecclesiastes 10:5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeded from the ruler. Right, and who's ruling right now, man? These Edomites. All right, these international bankers, the rulers of the earth. They're the ones that are ruling the earth, and evil's proceeding forth from them. All right, they got that thing, what they call CERN, the CERN program, over there in Switzerland, Geneva, Switzerland, and they just got done recently putting on a ritual, a satanic ritual via live on the internet, man, because they built this long tunnel through the Alps mountains, man. So these devils, man, they're showing you who they really are, man. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Right, so it says folly is set in great dignity, man. And that's what's here in America, is a bunch of folly. And it's set in great dignity. All right? You got a question? Oh, man, I'm over here just speaking to my people, man. The Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians.
Yeah.
To letting y'all know that we are the true people of the Lord. Trying to bring back our people to the true nationality. All right, and let you know that America's about to be destroyed. You know, I know they've always said that we lived in the last days, but this is even time. This is the time where we're living in, man. Things are about to get hella hot out here in the city. So yeah, you keep looking at these pictures, man. You know, you make you feel a certain way about that. Right there. Well, this picture right here, I mean, it's always something that we've always known, right?
Yeah.
But how does that make you feel, though? You know, like seeing these two pictures. Like, you know.
Always do something with it.
Well, really, man, this image.
Yeah.
This image was brought over here when the Europeans came from Europe over here to the Native American Indians, and they're the ones that pushed this image on our people, minus the horns. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this man really lived. His name was Cesar Borgia, the Borgia family. They lived over there in Europe. Well, the father, Alexander VI, the Pope, set up this man, his son, to play the Messiah, which in the Bible, the Lord don't look like this. He looks like this when you read these scriptures, man.
I heard something about that.
You know? So, we're, like I said,
Keep
man,
preaching, man. Keep preaching.
Oh, yeah, I
People
got
listen.
you, man. You know? Well, you Mexican, so-called Mexican?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you'll fall right here, man, from this tribe. You'll be from the tribe of Issachar. And that word Issachar, when you read it up in the book of Genesis, his name means he is hired. Who's America? The Americans, the so-called white people, always hire him to do all the hard work. The Latinos, man. That's the tribe you come from. Issachar.
Keep preaching, man. People listen.
All right, man. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, brothers on the camera, folly is set in great dignity, man. So that like I was saying, that's what the Most High is coming back to set that back in order, man. Because He didn't give the earth to people to abuse it, man. To just walk all over, shit on it, spit on it, you know. But that's the that was to show the elect, hey, man, we are the ones that are capable of taking care of this place, man. But because of our rebelliousness, our downfall, we were put through these atrocities and calamities, and other nations set above us, so we can appreciate when we do get next, man. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, we're the ones that are gonna rule the next, man. Not no Chinese, not no Russia, all right? Not no Great Britain. They're all falling and crumbling, man. They got no substance. They have no posterity. Everything's played out with these people, man. Okay? But like I was saying, folly is set in great dignity, man. And like everybody likes to look at this image right here, Akim. You know, the Cesar Borgia, the white Jesus. This is folly, man, because it's not in the scriptures. It's a bunch of deception. And to be lied to and to be joked to is folly, man. All right? That's not what the Most High is about. He's about truth. All right? Because truth, only a man can speak a testimony. Because like I was saying, when you break down that word testes, that word testimony, the prefix of test comes from the word testes, which means your loins, man, your balls, your testicles. And only men got those. Only men have testosterone. So only a man can give a testimony. All right, a true witness. So these devils, man, they're really a bunch of females, man, and they love to lie like a female. All right, so this is a folly, man. You know, but going back to Issachar, man, y'all need to wake up too, man. You so-called Latinos and Native American Indians, y'all gotta wake up, man. You know, because there's gonna be 12,000 out of each tribe that are gonna wake up. All right, there's gonna be 12,000 out of the tribe of Issachar that are gonna wake up. And we already got brothers waking up, man. You know, but hey, man, y'all Latino tribe, y'all gotta stop playing around, man. Cause that's another thing, man. Y'all are like the scriptures say, a silly dove, man. All right, let me go ahead and get it in Hosea, because it goes hand in hand with that folly set in great dignity, man. You know. Right here, Hosea, chapter 7, verse 11. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. Right, so Ephraim, a Parayim, all right, which is the head of the northern kingdom. He's there as a silly dove, man. And if you ever get around the northern kingdoms, man, all they want to do is laugh and joke around and They don't take nothing serious. The only thing they take serious is oppression. They cleave to oppression. They love money, you know. But they ain't got no soundness in mind, man. You know? The Lord is not with that, man. So the Lord's gonna have 2/3 of you destroyed. 2/3 of you Negro, Latinos, and American Indians are gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be slaughtered here in the city of America. All right. Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and read that again. In Hosea 7:11, Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt, they go to Assyria. When they shall go, I will spread my net upon them. I will bring them down as the fowls of heaven. I will chastise them as their congregation has heard. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. Right, man. And you got a lot of these Latino tribes that heavily worship that Cesar Borgia image, man. And they spoken lies against the Lord, man. That's why the Lord had y'all taken into captivity by under the Assyrians. But then y'all miraculously were able to escape and come over here to the New World, what they call the New World, the Americas. And y'all dispersed from the South America on up to Canada and the islands. But now this is the time where you're not going to escape the judgment of the Lord now. You thought you escaped the Assyrians, but the Edomites came straight over here to continue to finish you off. All right, which Esau is known as the Assyrian. You know, he's all the other nations that triumphed or reigned over you. You know, it's verse 14, Hosea 8:7-14. And they have not cried unto me with their heart. When they howled upon their beds, they assembled themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. Right, because the only time you cry unto the Lord is because you want something, man. You need something from him. That's the only time you cry unto the Most High. But like it says, they assemble themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. And your mindset is not upon the Lord that way in sincerity. Your mindset is to go against him as soon as you receive what you want or you desire. So at the end of the day, the Most High is giving you up to all your desires because you despise the truth. This is right here. I'm going to go ahead and finish it. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So the Most High is giving you over to your unrighteousness, to all your desires, your lusts of the world. But that's your reward on this side. But when he comes from the spirit, from the heavens, the reward he's going to give you is not a crown. It's going to be a crown of fire, man. Just like he got the crown of the crown of thorns, y'all people are going to get the crown of fire, man. Y'all going to be destroyed. Y'all going to look like a bunch of matches running around in the streets of America, man, when those ICBM missiles hit this place. All right? So going back